Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinumatic, and today I kind of want to touch on a topic about getting your channel bigger on YouTube and things like that. Real quick before I get into that, on this gameplay, you're going to notice that I don't play, if you've seen me play Stonehenge before, I played a little differently when I run solo, which is this game. Usually when I run solo, I get more kills, but a lot of people would probably recognize that I usually hold down the C section only when I play with my team. And I play like this whenever I'm playing by myself. I run around a little bit more. But anyways, who gives a shit about the gameplay? So let's talk about your channel. There are still a lot of people that want to know how to make their channel bigger on YouTube, why they can't get subs and views. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. I, for myself, think that there's a problem with YouTube. I think D-Storm made a video about it, about how he had two channels, and one had like 1 million subscribers and the other one only had 100,000, and the channel with the 100,000 subscribers was getting as many views, if not more, than the bigger channel. And he said that was because YouTube had screwed up the bigger channel. Like, I don't know, but we're not going to get into that. What we're going to get into is we're going to get into reasons why your channel might not be growing like you wanted to, and also ways that people utilize YouTube to make their channel grow. There's many different ways. There's not one certain blueprint to YouTube success or anything like that. First of all, the main important thing that you need to do, the main important problem with people growing their YouTube channels is accessibility. You have to make your channel accessible to mass amounts of people, that being young children to adults. Believe me when I say this, most of the people that are on YouTube, the majority of them are young children in between the ages of, it used to be a little higher, but I'm going to say in between the ages of like 7 years old to 16 years old. That's probably the majority of YouTubers. And then you've got, next in line, you'd probably have the 16 to about 25-year-olds. Now, it starts declining with every time you go up in age range. So, in order to have a huge channel, you're going to need to tap into, listen to my dog upstairs, he's fucking annoying. You're going to have to tap into that smaller group of YouTubers. I mean, that younger group of YouTubers. They are going to be the big pull on your channel. You're also going to want to tap into some of those in the second and third category. At least the second category. If you can get the majority of the younger people watching your videos and a good amount of 16 to 25-year-olds, you can have a successful channel. Now, here's the thing. That, like I said, there's many ways. I'm going to show you guys some examples. You guys can go look into these guys. I'll try to link them in the description. A friend of mine, I have not talked to him in a long time, and it's not, you know, any like bad blood or anything like that. It's just he's doing his thing, I'm doing mine. We kind of, you know, don't play the same games anymore, things like that. What the fuck? People are banging stuff upstairs. Anyways, my boy, the King Nappy. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll link him in the description. I still have 15,000 subs a year and a half, 2 years later, but, you know, I had 10, 15,000 subs, which I knew him before that. We hung out. When we hung out, my channel was way bigger than his, and it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I don't care how big your channel is, and, you know, I've never been like that. But I'm just using him as an example. He played Call of Duty. We played Zombies together a lot. Zombies, there are some big, huge zombie players on YouTube. Unfortunately for the King Nappy, Zombies was not getting him the views that he wanted to get, was not getting him the subscribers he was wanting to get, and Call of Duty was not. Then he, as far as I know, the last few times we had talked, he had got kind of fed up with Call of Duty multiplayer, and what he did was, he had met a few other people through YouTube that had other interests that he had. Cuddle of Death was one of them, and they played Pokemon. Well, Nappy played Pokemon, so he decided to turn his channel into a Pokemon channel, and just come to find out, that was his niche in YouTube. He enjoys playing Pokemon, and he found a huge group of people that liked Pokemon. So now his channel is huge in comparison to when he was playing Call of Duty. Then you have people that get their channel big off playing Call of Duty. You have people... One big thing that I have never been able to figure out, and this isn't even just YouTube, this is in like life in general. Bad things seem to get a lot of people's attention. I'm just going to use a brief thing. Like, a lot of restaurants will tell you that it is harder for them to get people to give them good reviews and go tell people to like their restaurant and try it out than it is for the people that come to the restaurant and have a bad experience or don't like it to spread it around everywhere. So basically what they're saying is if I went out to a restaurant tonight and it was amazing, I'm not going to call all of my friends and say, hey, go to this restaurant, it's amazing. But if I go to that restaurant and it is just terrible, I am more likely to go say to all of my friends, don't go there, it's terrible, or explain to them why it was bad. Now when it comes to YouTube, like, I don't know this, it's like JJ Fish or something, I don't even know, I don't even care to promote him, but there's a guy right now, he's a horrible, he's trolling people singing, right? If he's not trolling, then he's just horrible. Either way, he's getting a shit ton of views right now because people think it's so damn bad. And then they say, look how bad this is, and they tell their friends, go check it out, it's horrible. Then you have people like El Presidor, which I love El Presidor, I think he's funny, but he trolls everybody. He plays bad on purpose, and he talks crazy, and screams and yells, and does all this crazy shit. And like people like me find it enjoyable. Well, he's not a super huge channel, but he has tapped into those people. And that's another thing I want to talk about real quick. Just because you do something on YouTube that is not real popular does not mean you can't grow your channel doing it. It's like you got to look at it. I'm gonna put it towards music because music is the only thing I can think of because I'm really big into music. There's a lot of different kinds of music, and there's a lot of what would you call it? Music. Well, music that most people don't consider very popular, but it gets big. And the reason it gets big is because no matter what music you're doing, there are going to be people that hate it, and there are going to be people that love it. Now, you know, superstars, pop music, the majority of people love it, and it's easy to sell. It's easy to put out there. I would say it's like a big YouTuber's channel. You know, it's really accessible. A lot of different types of people like it, and that's why it's big, and that's why it's easy to promote. Then you have other musics, and we're going to say like indie music. Like, we'll say, because I listen to rap, but we'll just say indie rock music. Indie rock music has blown up on the scene and got bigger and bigger because those people that like that type of music have spread it around, and more have found it. And this is the last thing I want to point out to you guys to not get stressed out when you're trying to grow your channel. There are billions and billions of people in this world that like different types of things. The problem is that if you have a niche channel or whatever you want to call it, a channel that is not streamlined like everyone else's, you just have to go out and keep searching and hope that those people that will like your content find it. There's many ways, like I said, that you can do it, but a lot of this stuff's just based on luck, just to finding the people that will like your content. And like I said, that's really hard, but luck plays a big, huge part in it. So if you don't want to go with a bunch of luck, you got to find something. This is the last thing I'm going to say because a lot of people lack originality on YouTube. You have to find something that people will like that is a little bit different than what everyone else does. So if you're playing Call of Duty, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Back when the Moabs, or whatever you want, MOABs, the mother of all bombs, whenever that came out in Modern Warfare 3, there were channels that went from nothing to huge, all because they could get those MOABs, Moabs, Mobs, whatever you want to call them. They weren't necessarily great commentary, some of them. Some of them just were really good at the game, and that was a big thing in the game, and it extremely blew up their channel. The people in Zombies that did it, a lot of those guys were some of the first people or best people at Zombies to play the game. Got big. Right now, we're back to the nukes or whatever. The chem strikes is what they call them. They don't end the game or anything, but if you can put up massive chem strikes every day, you can get big. But if you're not one of those people and you do something a little bit different, like I said, it's going to be a little harder. You're going to struggle a little bit more. But if you stay true to yourself and keep doing what you're doing, it is not a bad thing to revamp yourself or recreate yourself. As long as you don't stray too far away from being your original self, you have a chance to get big on YouTube. And hopefully this video will help some of you guys. And I just want to put out as a reminder at the end, not everybody is fit to do YouTube, built to do YouTube, and not everybody will get big. So hopefully it works out for you guys. If not, don't feel bad about it. I'm out. Peace.